Thanksgiving is next week, and practically everybody online is sharing their favorite Thanksgiving recipes. And because I don't always follow the crowd, I decided to share a recipe with a Southwestern flair today instead of a traditional Thanksgiving dish. This recipe comes from A Monkey and Me Kitchen Adventures, and it's serious good eats. I've listed the link to their site in the details below for you. Hi, I'm Annette, a volunteer with Bounty and Soul, and I love food and cooking. I'm a plant-based home chef and a recent graduate from the Forks Over Knives Ultimate Cooking course. I've been a vegan for almost 10 years and have recently published my very first cookbook. Check it out. It's called Heart Healthy and Feeling Full Cookbook, and it's available on Amazon right now. The link to my cookbook is posted below in the details, so go online today and order it. Okay, next week I'll share a couple of more traditional Thanksgiving recipes out of my cookbook that would make great side dishes to your Thanksgiving meal. But for now, let's head down south and make a vegan taco pie. First thing we're going to do is put together our bean layer. You're going to want to get a can of pinto beans and a can of black beans. You need to rinse them, drain them, and rinse them. So that's what I've done. I'm going to go ahead, add my black beans to my bowl. I'm going to add the pinto beans to the bowl. And I've got a cup of frozen corn that I've just let thaw out. And I'm going to go ahead and add that. And I have a one red bell pepper that I chopped up and diced up. And I add that to it. Now, the recipe calls for a jalapeno, and I don't like the heat, so I chose to go ahead and add a can of mild green chili peppers to it. I like the taste of those, and I get rid of the heat. To that, I'm going to add some lime juice and all my spices. Now, keep in mind, the link to the recipe is below, and you can get all the measurements for the spices down below. And then you just mix this up. This is going to be our bean layer, and we're going to just set this aside, and we're going to start making our cheese sauce. To make our cheese sauce, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of raw cashews. Now today I'm doubling the cheese sauce recipe. So here's a 1/2 cup of raw cashews. I poured boiling water over them and just let them set for an hour or so and soak, and they get soft. So I'm going to add that to my blender. The next thing you're going to need is some Dijon mustard. A couple teaspoons of that. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of water to that. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of vegetable broth. Hopefully I can do it without spilling it. I'm going to add some distilled white vinegar. I'm going to add some nutritional yeast. And I'm going to add some tomato paste. And I'm going to add all of my spices. And now I'm going to blend this up. So you're going to need to get some kind of tortillas, your favorite type of tortillas. Today I'm using the Siete brand tortillas made from chick flour, and they're grain-free and gluten-free and soy-free and all sorts of good stuff. They're just great. I put them into the oven and just baked them up till they were crisp. Today I'm going to be using a springform pan, and we're going to be using the tortillas as layers. If you don't have a springform pan like I have, you can use a regular skillet or anything that, a casserole dish, anything that is oven proof will be fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is I line my springform pan with a piece of parchment paper. And I'm going to take my tortillas and I'm going to layer them inside the pan and make the bottom layer. I take my springform pan, I put that there. I'm just going to break these up and I'm going to layer them in there, the pieces in there, so that it's covered and makes, you know, pretty good layer. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my bean layer on. And spread it around. And then I'm going to add some of that cheese sauce that we made. I made extra cheese sauce because my springform pan is a little bigger, but I wanted it to have plenty and not run out. So there's my first layer, and I'm just going to repeat that. And now it goes into the oven. So here's our assembled casserole. I'm gonna cover it with some aluminum foil and put it into a 400-degree oven and bake it for 20 minutes. So here's our finished taco pie. I hope you like this recipe and will give it a try. And also, check out Monkey and Me Adventures. Doesn't it look good? And remember, check out my cookbook. I wrote it to share a little bit about my life and inspire other people to transition to a plant-based diet and take control of their health. So I just need you to go out and buy the book and check out all the delicious recipes inside. Thanks for watching. Join me each week at Bounty and Soul. I'll be there handing out the local produce and wishing each one of you the best. I hope you will share your thoughts below because I love your comments. And also, if you have ideas for upcoming videos, go ahead and list those below as well. If you found this video helpful in any way, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me. This is Annette signing off for now. And remember to invest in your health by eating whole, unprocessed foods.